Welcome back to Bad's Garage. Just a bit of an update really on MOT for the Bandit, and I did get a pass with flying colours, and it didn't cost me a penny. So a little bit of redemption from the garage where the 7R's been for the last 3 years. You're not going to get total, anything totally back from the pain in the arse that it's been, but you've got to kind of draw a line under it at some point. I'm not going to fall out with the guy. I think he knows that I think he knows that I'm not happy about the situation, because I did ask him today about the underseal that was on the exhaust, on the front mud guard, and he just kind of said, oh well, it's a bit of a occupational hazard around here, that, which is, I don't think that's acceptable really, to be honest. But like I say, he's very local for me when it comes to MOTs, but when it comes to work, I'll find somebody else. I'm not gonna. It's not that I don't trust him with the work, because I know for a fact he's a good mechanic. He's just very, very unreliable. But anyway, enough of that. Bandit MOT'd, like I say, for free. I did have a little issue with it when I got ready to go, and it's the only issue I've ever had with it, and it just so happened to happen when I was about to go for an MOT, and I turned the ignition on, and it wouldn't crank over. The ignition was on, but the starter was dead. So I'll show you in a second what that actually turned out to be, and luckily I managed to find it within about 5 minutes, and I was on my way. So basically what I've got left to do is to fix this little issue that I'm going to show you now, and then a bit of an oil change, and get through this weekend with all the bike racing and the Formula 1 that's on. Then we're gonna have to knuckle down with the 7R. The XJ is actually booked in for its MOT next Saturday, not this Saturday, next Saturday. Hopefully that'll go all well with starting it up, because obviously it doesn't get started up very often, so we're gonna have to get out a start up sometime during this week, just to make sure that she's okay. Give her a razz around the block, just to clear her throat a little bit, and hopefully she'll be MOT'd for next weekend, and we can look at moving her on to put the funds in the kitty, as it says, or as you'd say. So anyway, yeah, I'll show you this little issue that I found with the Bandit today. Oh, by the way, the exhaust, yeah, I'm keeping that on. It sounds amazing at full chat. It sounds amazing. So yeah, I'll be keeping that on. But yeah, fix this, oil change, and we're good for another year's motoring on the Bandit. Right, so what I discovered was on the wire here that I did for the clutch bypass, which I've never bothered to replace the switch on there. I did discover this nick in here the other day, but it's still attached. So I didn't really pay it too much nether mind. But then when I come to start it today, it was completely dead, and I think that it was because these connections in here are not quite tight enough for the connections that I made. So I'm gonna tighten up these connections, and I'm gonna repair that, just to make sure that that's not causing it. But it was definitely this that was causing me the issue, and I think the main issue was how slack the connections are in there. Whether that was causing a problem or not, I don't know, because it does seem to be, I don't know if that's going to focus, it does seem to be still attached, but we'll repair that anyway. Here we go. So better than it was. Nip those connections in there a little bit, and then we've soldered that with one of those solder sticks and heat shrink. So hopefully we won't have any more problems with that. and then maybe one day I'll get down to replacing the switch, or maybe I won't, because it doesn't really matter anyway, does it? So yeah, more of an update than anything else, to be honest, because I've tried to give myself a bit of a break from the garage. I thought it'd be alright over the weekend last week, but I took a few more days than normal. But obviously getting on with this MOT, got to get cracking on. So that's that little fix done. And the crack on with the oil change. There's no point videoing that because everyone does them, don't they? They're pointless. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with an oil change. Sometime middle of next week, we'll be back to run the XJ back up, ready for the MOT. It's not really gonna, as far as I'm aware, it's not gonna need anything doing, because I did it all, all bearings and brakes and all that. It's all been sorted. Bit of painting and this and that. I think it will probably get advisories on the tyres, because they're road legal, but they're about ready. So I might get advisories on the tyres, but I'm not really bothered, because next man can sort those out anyway. So yeah, that's me for today. Just thought I'd share with you the fact that the Bandit's MOT'd for another year, and I need to do some more mileage on it, because looking at the mileage since I've had it done, I think the first 2 years in total, I think I did less than 1,000 miles in 2 years. Yeah, and last year I did just under 1,000 in that 1 year. So I need to do a bit more. But the weather's messing things up. But anyway, I'm going to waffle. So there you go. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. And just for my mate Brian, he likes boobs.